Good afternoon, Knights. My name is Nicolas Hernandez, and I'm here to bring you all your latest UCF sports updates. Let's see what's happening. If you're packing for a trip, you might want to add patience to that list. Charge on Air reporter Casey Stone tells us how the government shutdown is affecting travel.
Así es, estamos hablando de la Copa América del 2024, que se va a llevar a cabo nada más y nada menos que aquí en los Estados Unidos.
UCF women's soccer pulls off a major upset, taking down number 4 ranked Baylor in a 2-1 senior night victory. The team celebrated their seniors before their game on October 23rd with a ceremony to open the match while honoring the upperclassmen Knights. Tras una exitosa temporada con un final inesperado, el equipo de fútbol de UCF se prepara para jugar nuevamente en el Sun Belt Conference. Nuestra reportera Manuela Salinas nos trae un adelanto de lo que veremos en la cancha este año. For more information about the Sunrise Movement at UCF or their future campaigns, you can find them on their Instagram at UCF Sunrise. Switching lanes to men's soccer now. UCF reached for the Stars in their space game against James Madison. A 3-2 victory for the Knights marked their first win against James Madison in 2 years. The team held a strong 2-0 lead until James Madison pulled one back 10 minutes before halftime. Y ahora cambiando un poco de continente, los Juegos Olímpicos de este verano tomarán la ciudad de París y se elegirán lugares históricos como sedes.
Reporter Nicolas Hernandez is live in downtown with how the city is preparing.
Thank you, Christy. Yes, I'm here reporting live in downtown Orlando, where later tonight you can expect this to turn into a giant costume party. Now, it remains to be seen whether or not we're going to get the same crowd that we saw last year, considering the fatal shooting we saw happen on these streets. Let's take a look at how that might affect this year's celebrations.
Charge on Air reporter Nicolas Hernandez was there with the dogs to show us what it looked like.
I'm here at the Reflecting Pond at the 2025 edition of Spirit Splash. As you can see behind me already, there's a decent crowd starting to form. Even though we're about 15 minutes out from when the students enter the pond, students are ready to go. I'm ready to go in my swim trunks. I saw Nitro in a Ducky inflatable. Other students had a GoPro in their mouth to get a POV shot and document their experience for the first time. Other seasoned veterans who have caught ducks in the past are ambitious, trying to get 2, 3, 4, even maybe 5 ducks. Now, that's a little ambitious. Some people are lucky to leave with 1. It gets pretty intense in there, but luckily we have plenty of first aid ready to go in case anything were to happen. But that's not all the fun that we have on display in this homecoming week. We have Ignite the Night later tonight, complete with a fireworks show. And don't forget the football match, where homecoming court will be announced at halftime. So, plenty to look forward to thanks to homecoming week. But let's get through this one first. Back to the studio now with the Charge on Air, Nicolas Hernandez. The students behind me might be kicking each other, but that's just an essential part to building camaraderie in martial arts. Training together between different schools isn't just a fun way to make new friends, it's also the key to performing better in competition.
Guha compared working with AI to having a teammate in basketball. Sometimes you trust them to take the shot, but other times you got to be there for the rebound. That's why the main concern for many computer science majors is actually, how many people are there on the court?
Behind me is the Red Bull Tandem Roller Coaster course that teams of 2 have been preparing for this entire time, including the Sibling Splashdown team. Now, not only was their bike inspired by UCF, but it was also made possible by a few friends at the student union.
The UCF Women's Ice Hockey Club says they're considering sharing the Orlando Ice Den with the already established men's club. Now, reserving ice time can get a little pricey, but getting the gear necessary to play doesn't always have to be. Well, I hate to break it to you, Victoria, but you probably will have to break out that poncho for the game. I mean, you might want to start investing in some scuba gear with how wet these tailgates are getting. But here we have our current temperatures across our beautiful state of Florida. We got our big winters in Gainesville with 90 degrees. And we have Palm Coast at 87, Leesburg and Winter Haven both twinning at 88 degrees. Tampa also at 90, and Melbourne with 87 degrees. I would tell you to maybe go enjoy the warm weather at the beach this weekend, but where else would you be this weekend if you're not enjoying the frost in Orlando on Saturday? We have nice temperatures right now in downtown Orlando, 85 degrees, nothing to complain about. But let's look at our 5-day forecast to see what lies ahead of us. That's all we have for sports this week. Stay tuned for more updates on UCF sports in the following newscast. For now, back to you, Skylar and Camila.